Today guys, we're going to be building a Fast and Furious garage in GTA Online. Let's start off with the Coil Brawler. I remember when this thing came out, it was one of the best vehicles to drive through shallow water with, and now nobody really uses this thing anymore. Toss armor, brakes. We're going to go with the bull bar with the winch and lights. We'll toss the bumper bar on the back, toss a roll cage inside, upgrade the engine, xenon lights. We're going to paint it a nice black steel with a matte black secondary. On the roof, we're going to put the spotlights with the rack. Let's toss street suspension on it. Race transmission, turbo tuning. We're going to put bulletproof tires on. And honestly, when it comes to the wheels, I'm just going to leave them alone because the off-road wheels we have are really ugly. Even though you could change the look of them by putting the custom tires on, still, they just don't look good. So yeah, we're just going to leave that stock. And for window tint, let's just toss some light smoke on there. And there we go. Coil Brawler completed. Next, we're going to be doing Brian's Eclipse with the Penumbra FF. All right, let's toss armor, brakes. For the front bumpers, let's scroll down a little bit. And we're going to go with the Racing Alt bumper. On the rear, we're going to go with the ribbed street rear bumper. For the exhaust, we're going to put the single small exhaust on. I do kind of wish Rockstar made the rear bumper a little bit better. This is the exact one they used in the movie, but for some reason, Rockstar just decided not to add half the bumper to it, so you can completely see the entire exhaust, which kind of sucks. So we're going to switch it up, and we're just going to go with the race rear bumper, even though it's not the exact right one. We're going to go with racing seats with a primary cage in the interior. We're not going to mess around with the hood. Toss some xenon lights on there. The livery, we're obviously going to be going with this one right here. Let's toss some carbon mirrors on there. For the paint, we're going to go with lime green. Just realized I forgot to change the hood. We're going to go with the carbon sport hood. On the roof, we're just going to put a basic scoop. Let's go with the bulbo skirt. We're going to go with the primary race splitter, even though in the movie they don't have the cannons on the side. We're going to go with the carbon standard wing. Let's go with the hardstand sunstrip. We're going to leave the suspension alone. Upgrade transmission, turbo tuning. We're going to go with the Chrome S Racer Sport rims since we don't have the actual rims in game. Toss some bulletproof tires on there. Light smoke on the windows. And there we go. Penumbra FF completed. Next, we're going to be building Letty's Corvette. Let's start off with armor, brakes. We're going to do a front bumper delete. We're going to do a rear bumper delete. Upgrade the engine. Let's go with race exhausts. We're going to leave the hood alone. Xenon lights. No liveries. Primary color is going to be a nice Torino red. We're going to change the pearlescent to black. We're going to toss race transmission on. Once again, I'm just going to toss on some light smoke window tint. I think we're going to go with the Wild Wagon street wheels. And there we go. Koke Classic completed. Next up, we're going to build the Evo from Tokyo Drift. All right, let's upgrade this thing into the Sultan RS. There we go. And make our way over to the front bumpers. We're going to go with the race bumper. We're going to go with the Drift RS rear bumper on the back. We're going to leave the headlights alone. We're just going to toss on a slashed side exhaust. Even though the one we're building doesn't have a wide body kit, we're going to go with the bolt-on arches. We're going to leave the grille alone. We're going to toss the vented hood on. We're going to go with the semi-stripped interior. We're going to toss on the mounted Tasho. We're going to put some painted sport seats inside, Rally Clubman steering wheel, xenon lights. We're going to go with the Street Drifter livery. Once again, we're going to go with the Torino red primary, and we're going to do the same thing for the secondary. We're going to go with the carbon wing, toss some lowered suspension on there, super transmission, turbo tuning, and we're going to go with the Deep 5 sport wheels. Toss some bulletproof tires on there, and a light smoke window tint, even though it doesn't have it in the movie. And there we go. Sultan RS completed. Now we're going to be moving on to Brian's Skyline. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade it to the Retro Custom. Start off with armor, brakes, and move on over to the front bumpers. We're going to leave the front end stock. We're also going to leave the rear stock. We're going to remove the bumper mesh. We're going to go with the logo intercooler. We're going to go with the race exhaust. We're going to leave the grille stock. We're also going to leave the hood stock. We're going to go with the street interior. We're going to go with the painted track seats, the Rally Clubman steering wheel, xenon lights. We're not going to toss a livery on this one. The primary color is going to be blue. Sadly, I don't have the exact text code for this right now because we're on console. We're going to do the same thing to the secondary color though. For the pearlescent, we're going to go with a frost white. We're going to go with the side skirt extensions. Sadly, the exact wing isn't available. I'd recommend going with the low spoiler or the classic RS wing. We're going to leave the suspension alone. Race transmission, turbo tuning. For the wheels, we're going to go with the organic Type 0. Toss some bulletproof tires on there. And we're going to go with light smoke window tint. Next up, we're going to be doing Hans RX-7. I absolutely hate how we have to use the Banshee for this. I'm hoping Rockstar will end up adding the Veilside to GTA Online, but we will have to wait and see. Anyways, let's upgrade this thing to the custom version. Toss some armor, brakes, and move on over to the bumpers. We're going to go with the Drift RS bumper. We're going to go with the dual exit exhaust. We're going to go with rivetless rear arches. We're going to leave the hood stock. Let's go with the street interior, painted bucket seats, Rally Clubman steering wheel, xenon lights, the black two-tone livery, sunrise orange paint. We're going to go with a dark steel pearlescent. Secondary color, once again, sunrise orange. We're going to toss the sport skirts on. We're going to go with the drift wing, street suspension, the smoothed rear deck lid, race transmission, turbo tuning, and we're going to go with the Inferno sport rims. Toss some bulletproof tires on, and light smoke window tint. And there we go. Banshee 900R completed. Now let's go make Brian's other Skyline. Alright, let's upgrade it to the retro version. Toss some armor on. And let's start with the front bumpers. We're going to toss the painted extended splitter on. We're going to leave the rear bumper alone. We're going to remove the bumper mesh and go with the Monster logo intercooler. We're going to toss on the wide angular rear fenders. We're going to go with the race exhaust. We're going to be leaving the hood stock. We're going to go with an ultra blue trim color. We're going to go with the race dash and stripped interior. We're going to toss the mounted Tasho on. We're going to go with the painted bucket seats, Rally Clubman steering wheel, some ultra blue lights, xenon headlights, underglow all the way around the car. We're going to make it blue. Livery wise, we're going with the Midnight Racer. We're going to remove the front plate. Primary color is going to be silver. Same with the secondary color. Pearlescent is going to be a dark steel. We're going to toss on the drift skirts. We're going to go with the Extreme Downforce BGW wing. Lowered suspension, race transmission, turbo tuning. We're going to go with the Endo V1 sport wheels. Toss some bulletproof tires on there, and some light smoke window tint. And there we go. LG Retro Custom completed. Next, we're going to build Brian's Supra. Let's start off with armor, brakes, and move on over to the front bumper. We're going to go with the low black splitter. We're going to leave the rear bumper stock. We're going to go with the single chrome exhaust. We're going to toss on the rear spats. We're going to put the performance hood on, xenon headlights, the 10-minute car livery, an orange paint job with a sunrise orange pearlescent. Same thing for the secondary color. We're going to go with the primary lip skirt. We're going to go with the carbon wing type 3, lowered suspension, race transmission, turbo tuning, chrome diamond cut sport rims, and light smoke window tint. Next, we're going to be building Han's Supra from Fast and Furious 9. Starting off with armor, moving on over to the front bumpers. We're going to toss on the primary super splitter. In the rear, we're going to go with a carbon diffuser. We're going to go with the rocket exhausts. We're going to leave the hood stock. We're going to go with the race interior with a carbon dash. We're actually going to leave the seats alone because they look pretty nice. We're going to go with the Rally Clubman steering wheel, xenon lights, carbon mirrors, an orange paint job with an orange pearlescent. We're going to go with the bevel roof. We're going to toss on the carbon Dinka skirts, a primary ducktail spoiler, sport suspension, race transmission, turbo tuning, toss on some vent braces, and we're going to go with the S Racer Sport rims, and toss on some light smoke window tint. Sadly, the livery used in the movie we don't have in game, but it still looks pretty nice. Mark V Supra completed. Next up, we're going to be building Dom's Buick Grand National. Let's start off with armor, brakes, engine upgrade, xenon lights, a yellow on black plate, metallic black primary, same thing for the secondary. Make sure you put a black pearlescent on. We're going to go with sport suspension, race transmission, turbo tuning. You can either put on the Spooner muscle wheels or the Dodman muscle wheels. You can either leave the car like this, or you could toss on some custom tires if you want to. You also have the option to put the Hot Ring Steely street wheels on with red Fuguru tire lettering. It's up to you which one you guys want to go with. And we're going to add dark smoke window tint. And just like that, Dom's Buick is completed. Anyways, guys, that is my Fast and Furious garage build in GTA Online. I know there's a bunch of other cars to add, so if you guys want to see part 2 of this, let me know by dropping a like on the video. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and with that said, I will catch you guys in the next one.